raining. Oh, I'm done out here. Yo. Full rain shower on the ting. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is Friday Practice 1 ahead of the 2022 British Grand Prix, and we've got rain. We've got rain out of nowhere. It wasn't raining in the I think it's literally just started now. But yeah, anyone watching, if you are into Formula 1, if you are new to the channel as well, please do consider subscribing because I'm live for every single qualifying and every single race from the Formula 1 World Championship, as well as a few practice sessions like now, preview shows, and F1 game career mode coming next week. So wow, I didn't expect this. We've got a downpour in Silverstone right now. Yes, Tax. Yes, Lewis. Welcome in, guys. There might not be many viewers for FP1 in it, but I hope to get a few in on Sunday for the main race. But yeah, it might just be one or two of us in today. But yeah, man, full rain mode. Looks sunny on my screen. I you know. But the conditions ain't like this, tell you now. Where's But yeah, I think it's just the Ferraris out at the minute on the intermediate tyres. But yeah, no, it's just had a bit of a downpour. In fact, what I'll do is I know I can change this. We're gonna change the weather situation. Let's have a look. There we go. We've got rain. We've got to represent that, don't we? We've got to represent that there's a bit of rain out here. Oh, so how we doing, guys? How Mercedes going to do here? I'll tell you what. Oh, happy birthday, Daniel Ricciardo, 33 today. Nah, but I think Mercedes are going to pull a rabbit out of the hat this weekend. I honestly do think. I think they've gone for it upgrade wise, same as Alpine as well. I think Alpine are fully dived in. Yes, Jay, how are we? You think he's winning? Well, in my predictions, I have got Charles Leclerc because he needs to win. Leclerc needs to win. I've gone for Verstappen DNF, you see. I've gone, you know. Leclerc's due a bit, and Ferrari are due a bit of good fortune, you know. So, yeah, you know, things ebb and flow, fortunes ebb and flow, and I feel like Ferrari deserve a bit of good luck. And Verstappen's had it a bit too smooth recently, and he's had it a bit too easy recently. But, yeah, I've gone Leclerc winning it. I'd love to see a Mercedes driver win it, whether it's Hamilton or Russell. That would be mega if Mercedes won it. But yeah, we're looking at Alexander Albon here in the garage. They're focusing on his brand new lid, but I'm not asked about his helmet. I'm more bothered about those brand new Red Bull style side pods that Williams has got this weekend. Lewis with his special edition helmet as well for the British Grand Prix. But yeah, big upgrade package on the Mercedes. can just see all the little details, even around where the suspension arms come out of the chassis. I can tell they've moulded the chassis around it a little bit more. I can notice all the little details. But yeah, Mercedes are going to fully go for it. If they're not quick here, if Mercedes are still well off the pace this weekend, I feel like this is like one last big hurrah for Mercedes this weekend. I feel like they've gone all out here. And if they're still slow, then it's dead. If they want DRS all the way, they'll be sound. No DRS at the minute with the rain coming down. But, yeah, Mercedes are sorting it out, man. But I didn't expect this rain shower, though. The live timings might not be updating. Wait there. There we go. Let's see if that updates. I think Leclerc's the only one that's set a lap time. Yeah, Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, Sainz, Perez, Ocon. Yeah. But yeah, only a couple of drivers out on track. Then Fernando Alonso's out there. And Alexander Albon's out there as well. But yeah, they're on the intermediate tyres, taking it really easy. And Alpine with the big upgrade package. Brand new aggressive side pod design as well for the Alpine. Alpine are underrated, you know. I think they're only about 7 points behind McLaren. I reckon I see him beating McLaren this season. That doesn't even look like the new side pod actually on the Alpine there. I don't think he's running the brand new side pods there. But it is early on in FP1, so they might, and it's wet, so they might not be wanting to put the brand new upgrade package on straight away for Fernando Alonso. I don't know. I can't really tell if it is the new one or not. Yeah, interesting. They're just saying like Williams. Oh, look, and more rain, more rain. This session's gonna be. There ain't gonna be many cars coming out this session. I'll tell you now. We've got Albon and Tsunoda, but yeah, they're just talking about Williams bringing a new upgrade package, but they've only got time to do it for one car. So you've got Albon with these brand new side pods. In many ways, it looks like they've gone backwards in development, but. Look at that, it's just raw carbon. They've not even painted that side pod, Williams. Just raw carbon. But yeah, they've gone for like a Red Bull style / Alpine style side pod, and it's a big change that, because Williams was the only car that sort of went down the tiny side pod route like Mercedes, and now with Williams switching it up and going down the Red Bull route, is like, oh, the concept of the really slim side pod might not be the way. It might not actually be the way. But yeah, there's only Tsunoda and the two Aston Martins out there at the moment. But I do think this is just a quick shower, isn't it? I don't think it's going to rain the entire 48 minutes. Oh, they're going to cut to adverts. But yeah, I don't think it's going to rain for the whole 48 minutes, but there's certainly scuppers the plans that everyone had. And I swear that rain just literally started as the session started as well. Because when they were on the pre-race build-up thing, it was dry. And then it's like, right, green light, let's get out of the pits. Boom, rain. So everyone's done like a flipping installation lap and back in the pits. What can you do? But yeah, I expect Mercedes to surprise a few people this weekend. Alpine as well. You know, I think in my predictions I've got Alpine like 7th or something. I need to change that. I've done Alpine dirty there. You know, maybe Alonso getting on the front row in Canada is not going to be a one-off. You know, I can see Alpine fighting for top 6 every week. Every week. Yes, Farhan, how we doing, bro? How we doing? Hey, it was good to chat to you as well last night on the... you come in, didn't you, on audio last night with Denver and that, so respect, man. He's still going, isn't he, Denver? He's a madman. You know, I'm motorsport madman, but he's drinking madman. Might jump on there later if he's still sane. After the practice sessions. Do a welfare check on him, Farhan. Do a welfare check. Is he still alive? Let me have a look. Is he still on? He's still on. Of course he is. Why would I ever doubt him? Of course he's still going. But yeah, what are we saying? Who's going to be who's the big surprise? What's everyone's predictions this weekend? You know, I've gone Leclerc for the win, but the thing is, I've predicted Leclerc for the win because he needs to win. I feel like Ferrari need to stop this Red Bull rout at the moment, because Verstappen, I think Verstappen's won 6 out of the first 9. You know, he aside from his 3rd place in Monaco, you know, he's like won every single race since his DNF in Australia. You know what I mean? Like Imola win, Miami win, Monaco 3rd. You know, Azerbaijan win, Canada win. You know, you've got to stop him. Ferrari got to stop him now, if they want to keep this championship alive. And that's why I've gone for the Leclerc win, not because I think he's going to win, but for the sake of the championship. Please, Ferrari. Please, they've got to stop him now. You know, what's Leclerc on? 126 points. Verstappen already 175. I mean, you know, there's another 12 races or whatever, another 13 races, but they've got to start putting it to Verstappen this weekend. He blocked my account. Oh, what's going on here? A Hamilton to win. Hamilton to win would be big, man. Hamilton to win would be massive. If Hamilton won this race with the start to the season that he's had personally, and the start to the season the team's had, it would be huge. It would probably be one of the biggest wins of his career. Like, no joke. If Lewis won this race on Sunday, it'd probably be in his top 3 wins ever. You know, go along with like Germany. What was it? Germany 2018, was it? That was a ridiculous one where he come from 14th on the grid and won. And you know, he's had some amazing wins, but if Lewis was to win this weekend, mate, it's one of the biggest ever. But yeah, it was just a shower. The track stopped raining now. Still out on the Inters. Only about 4 drivers have set a lap time. Yeah, Leclerc, Stroll, Tsunoda and Vettel, the only ones to set a time. But yeah, it looks like it's going to dry up pretty quickly. You blocked your account for coming on because the sound was buzzing. Yeah, but you got to remember, Farhan, he'd had a few bevies on, so he was quick to block you. But now you're chilling. Danny Rick's getting on the podium. That's your bet. Danny Rick on the podium. What odds do you get on that, Tags? 1,000 to 1. If it's any less than 1,000 to 1, don't bother, lad. If it's 500 to 1, it ain't worth it. Nah, Danny Rick on the podium's that's an outside shot. That's you are an underdog. That's an underdog. No, you're throwing money away, tax. In fact, I did read a stat during the last few weeks that Australians are the nation that lose the most money due to gambling. So there you go, tax. You're in the bin. Yes, Maurice. Can practice be watched on F1 TV? Yeah. Yeah, they've got every single session on F1 TV, but I can't get that because I'm in the UK. They don't have F1 TV in the UK, but when I lived abroad, yeah, man, every single session. And you even get like bonus stuff like onboard footage and like pit lane cam. You get loads of stuff on F1 TV, man, if it's reliable, because when I used to have F1 TV a couple of years ago, it was so unreliable. It was like keep cutting off and stuff, but it might be mint now. They might have sorted out the issues, but the first couple of years he had F1 TV, it was dodgy, man. But I reckon it's good. He's going Danny Rick as well. Maurice Martin, get in. Danny Rick, lad, Danny Rick. I tell you what, Danny Rick will have had a sigh of relief when Pierre Gasly announced that he signed for AlphaTauri for next year. Because I tell you what, if I'd have been Pierre Gasly, I don't think I'd have signed up for AlphaTauri next year. I'd have been looking at that McLaren seat and having a word with Zach Brown and going, what are you saying? What are you saying? You know, I wouldn't have been so quick to sign that contract. And, Danny Rick can just relax a little bit now because his seat might be a little bit more secure. Because I tell you what, Danny Rick, aside from his amazing win in Monza last season, a part of that race aside, you know, since he's left Red Bull, how many times have you gone, wow, Daniel Ricciardo, look at that move, or wow, amazing result by Daniel Ricciardo in the last 4 or 5 years? It's not happened, has it? He's become the worst thing in Formula One. You know what the worst thing in Formula One is? Anonymous. He's become anonymous, and that's the worst thing to be as a Formula One driver. He had too many. The Hamilton thing is mad. Oh, yeah. What Hamilton thing? Love Danny on Mars. What? Is that where you're from, is it, Maurice? Oh, you're Maurice Martian. The clue's in the name, innit? Maurice Martian. You love Danny on Mars. Why? What is it about Danny Rick? Is it the big cheesy grin or what? Science is out there creeping round. There's only like 3 cars out on circuit. Sainz, Magnussen, Alfa Romeos are out. I've not seen the Mercedes out yet, or Red Bull, to be fair. 29-1. I wouldn't have gone for that. I wouldn't have gone 29-1 on Danny. Is that Daniel Ricciardo podium on Sunday? 29-1. Nah, I'd have wanted 500-1. I told you, Tax. You know, your man's Danny Rick, but wait till Oscar Piastri steps up. You'll have a new man to cheer on next year, lad. Because when it's Albon and Piastri next year at Williams, he's your next man. But yeah, Bottas said it looks sunny now. Proper English weather, that, isn't it? Quick downpour and then boom, sun's out. Now it'll dry up quick though, this circuit. And to be fair, people need to get the laps in, and you can't just sit in the garage now. You've got to get out there now. You know, it's only Alfa Romeo out there at the minute, but I reckon they all need to get out there. And the thing is, the more cars that are on circuit, the faster it's going to dry up as well. So it's a win-win. World champion or not, no sportsman ever represented Australia more authentically than Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, fair play, man. He represents everything that's good about the Australian character. Yeah, he does. He is one of the best characters on the grid, without a doubt. Like, personality-wise, you can't knock him at all. He is probably the best personality on the grid. Yeah, yeah. But performance on track has not been up to the standard he set. Do you know what I mean? Like Danny Ricciardo, the standard that he set for himself when he was at Red Bull alongside Verstappen. He proved himself that he could have been a championship contender. If not a championship winner. But since leaving Red Bull, when did he leave Red Bull? The end of 2018, I think. Yeah, 19 at Renault, 20 at Renault, and then 21 and 22 at McLaren. Yeah, since leaving Red Bull, I don't know if it's the way the car handles. I don't know if it's a mental side. A bit of both. Whether he's not had a car that suits him, whether he's not had a team around him the same. Because in his Red Bull days, he used to be like last on the late brakes. He used to hammer on the brakes and like dive bomb, didn't he? But maybe he hasn't got the brakes to do that these days. I don't know. To send a full lunge. Piastri's the next thing. Piastri should be here this year. These drivers getting held up, man. Piastri should already be on the grid. Like, it's mad that Oscar Piastri's on the sidelines. You know what I mean? And there's other guys out there get promoted. And you're thinking, but he won't be on the sidelines next year, I don't think. You'll have Oscar Piastri next year. So individual ones going Max, Checo and Charles in that order. So Red Bull 1, 2 and yeah, that's a safe bet that, yeah. Yeah, Red Bull 1, 2 and Ferrari 3rd is probably about right, to be fair. Obviously that's reliability depending, because I said it for the last few weeks. I've never seen championship contending cars have such poor reliability. Ferrari with their engines popping every week. Even Red Bull, Checo didn't finish in Canada. Max had a couple of DNFs at the beginning of the year. I've never seen championship contenders for the last 15, 17 years that I've been watching have such poor reliability. You'd have to go back to like Vettel in like 2010 when he was breaking down every other race, but it's mad. Can't have a bet on someone in a Williams though. No, you can. You can, Tax. If you have a bet on Daniel Ricciardo in a McLaren, you can have a bet on Oscar in the Williams next year. Don't worry, lad. It's safe. George said cops won't be taking at full speed. Mercedes looking to be top 10. I reckon Mercedes will be. I might be wrong, but I reckon Mercedes will be decent, man. I've got Mercedes second and third, but I'm over optimistic though. I'm always over optimistic when it comes to Mercedes, but I feel like they might surprise a few people. Mercedes, they just might. Pastry, Russell Leclerc. Who's Pastry? Pastry, Russell Leclerc and Verstappen are the main men. I don't know who Pastry is, but yeah, the main men. No, the main men is Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell, Norris. That's it. There you made Mick Schumacher. Easy made, mate. He's your main character. He's just biding his time, Mick Schumacher. And then one day he'll just go bang. Lando's up there, but the car's rubbish. I totally agree, man. Well, the car's not rubbish. It's just not good enough. It's just not quite there, is it? It's just not quite good enough. Lando Norris is a world champion in the making, and he signed a long-term contract with McLaren as well, so he better hope that they get it together, because they've taken a step backwards this year, McLaren. I said a few weeks ago, McLaren have been on an upward trajectory since since they got rid of the Honda engine, isn't it? So like 2016, 17 onwards, they've been on a steady progression. Like 17 was better than 16, the 18's better, 19's better, 20's better, 21's even better. They're fighting for ponies, and boom, 2022, they've gone back a couple of gears, and it's like, oh, you know, the progression's just been held up, and you feel like Norris is ready to win. He's ready to, you know, Norris should have won the Russian Grand Prix. Was it last year or the year before? But I think it was last year. You know, Norris should have won that, and Norris has nearly had a couple of pole positions as well. I remember he virtually got pole position in Imola, and then his lap got deleted, so you're in the bin. But nah, Lando's a decent man. Yeah, McLaren's just not there. Hope Latifi enjoys his last British Grand Prix. Yeah, I think this is Latifi's final year, to be fair. I think if Williams can afford it, though, because this is what I was saying, like, if Williams can afford to replace Latifi, I think they will do. Because you got to remember, Latifi's got the cash money, and but Williams now owned by is it a big American firm, Derilton Capital? I don't quote me on that, but I think it's a big American firm. They might be able to just pick who they want, and if they can pick Oscar Piastri, and they can start looking at the 2023 car now, it's looking good. Give Ricciardo a good car and be up there. Yeah, Jane. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure anymore. 2 or 3 years ago, I would have wholeheartedly agreed with you and gone, yeah, give Ricciardo a good car and he'd be right up there. But would he? Would he, though? Now. Right now. I don't know. Daniel Ricciardo, with each month that passes, he's slowly and steadily but surely dropping in my estimation. Unfortunately, to say, but it's more the car than the driver. Oh, yeah, but it's when you get that pairing. It's when you get that pairing of one of the best drivers in one of the best cars. That's when you nail it. You know, it's a pairing. It's a marriage. You can't have a championship winning car, you know, and then put, you know, Raghunathan in it, or what his name was. You know what I mean? You can't. You ain't going nowhere. See, you got to have the car, you've got to have the driver. Looking at the Aston Martin side pods here. Tell you what, Aston Martin piling on the upgrades, but the Alpine one's probably the most visually noticeable of the upgrades this weekend, as well as the Williams as well. Well, the Albon's car with the brand new side pods as well. But the thing is, this Aston Martin had the Red Bull side pods, didn't it, a few weeks ago? I said when Aston Martin put them Red Bull side pods on, and everyone was, well, not everyone, but Red Bull were like kicking up a fuss. I thought at the time, yeah, but if they're still 13th and 17th on the grid, it's going to go quiet. And sure enough, we've not heard about it since, because they're not rapid. If they whack the Red Bull side pods on and then be rapid and been like in the top 5, or you bet your bottom dollar every team would have protested it then. But because they're still fighting for P12, it's died, hasn't it? He's died. Happy birthday to Danny. Yeah, 33 today, Danny Ricciardo. Lavazza money for Latifi. Yeah, it's not just Lavazza. He brings a lot to the table, does Latifi, but he doesn't bring a hell of a lot of raw speed. We know if he gets a good car. He's had a good car, and he was mint. He was really good. And, maybe McLaren will stick with him, and he'll get a good car next year. Alan's last year. Who's Alan? Alan. Oh, you mean Alan? Ricciardo's been improving lately. Yeah, he has. To be fair, the last couple of races, he has started to gather it together. In Baku, he was ahead of his teammate when they virtually crossed the line side by side, didn't they, in Baku? And then in Canada as well, I think, was he P11 in Canada, Ricciardo? But McLaren had a nightmare, didn't they, the pit crew with the McLarens in Canada, so it wasn't really his fault. Ricciardo and Norris should have been in the points. But yeah, he is starting to get it together. He needs to. This second half of the season for Danny Ric is massive. Massive for his career. Oh, Alonso, Alan. I was like, Alan. Nah, I think Alonso wants to stay on, man. I think Alonso would race till he's 45 if he could. You know what I mean? I don't. I think Alonso's still got all the motivation in the world. I back it. I loved when Alonso got that front row the other week. I was like, get in, Fernando. I was loving it. I love it. Because when Alonso was in his prime at Ferrari, like 2010, 11, 12, those years, I was a bit of an Alonso fan, tell you the truth. Alonso was an absolute boss back in them days. Yeah, Vettel took the championships, but Alonso was the best driver in the world in them days. 10, 11, 12, round there. So to see Fernando bang a front row a decade later, mate, I was buzzing. I think he'll carry on. I think he'll certainly do next year. And then I think it depends how good Alpine are next year. If Alpine take another step up next year and get into like the top 3 kind of teams, fighting for podiums and that, he'll be like, sign me up for the next 3 years. I don't know, he's not slowing down at all. He's well up for it. Teams with good cars get good drivers. That's how it works, isn't it? The top football teams in the world get the best players. That's how it works. That's how it should work, really. That's how it is. Aston Martin under Stroll is going nowhere. Well, I don't know. They don't lack funds, do they? But Aston Martin are probably the biggest disappointment of the season from last year to this. You go from Racing Point winning a Grand Prix with Sergio Perez in Bahrain, the Bahrain Outer Loop, didn't they? They won. You go from... Oh, was that 2020? Oh, mate, I'm getting my years mixed up here. No, yeah, that's 2020. That's 2020. But even the Aston Martin last year, it was better than the Aston Martin this year. Since going from Racing Point to Aston Martin, it's not been a great transition, has it? Aside from I think Vettel got a podium, didn't he, in Baku last year? I think that's about the only time I can remember Aston Martin getting a decent result. Although Vettel did pull off a... Did Vettel get a P5 in Baku this year? Something like P6 or something? But yeah, Aston Martin... When I saw that car launch, in February, that Aston Martin, I thought this looks like a championship contending car. You know what I mean? I was looking at that thinking, this looks really good. Maybe just because it was the first one to launch. Oh, it was definitely one of the first couple of cars to launch. I thought, this looks like... I was like buzzing thinking, this looks like a championship winner. And then they qualifying Bahrain 16th. And I was like, oh, no. It's not the one. Ferrari looking good. YouTube channel. Ferrari looking good. Yeah, they need to look good, man. They need to look good. Like I was saying before, they've got to win. They've got to rein Verstappen in this weekend. Joe, I've barely been watching this session. I've just been chatting, innit? Nah, but practice is just about having a chat. And chatting and chilling it. When it gets to qualifying and race, then I'm in full commentary mode. Then, you know, if you've ever seen any of my the live the qualifying or the race, I'm on a different mode. I'm not even sat down. I'm stood up, giving it the full. I give it the full Sky Sports. Verstappen around the outside. Oh, you've never seen it. You've never seen a channel like this. I give David Croft a run for his money. I tell you that for a fact. I'll give Murray Walker a run for his money. When the race starts, when those 5 red lights go out, I'm fully on it. But practice session's just chilling, innit? I'm glad we've got a few people in anyway. If you are, listen, anyone watching, if you are into Formula 1, and if you are new to the channel, if you're watching this for the first time, please do subscribe, because I'm trying to get this channel off the ground, man. You know, I'm trying to get this going. I only started doing this season, but I should have been doing this for 10 years, you know. This is what I was born to do, commentate on Formula 1. Yeah. There ain't many. But, yeah, get yourself subscribed, because I'm live every single qualifying and every single race. They're the main shows. Yeah. So I need to, you know what I mean, need to get this channel on a takeoff mode. And if you haven't, check out the preview show from yesterday. A lot of work goes into the Thursday night preview shows. So yeah, check it out. Yes, Ernesto, welcome in. I've missed you, Ernesto. You're the OG of the channel, Ernesto Carbone. But yeah, only 9 drivers have set a lap time then. Ferrari first and third. Mick Schumacher P4. Stop the count. I couldn't believe it as well. Yes, Anto. Welcome in, bro. I'm doing alright, Ernesto. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Last weekend in the qualifying, Canadian Grand Prix qualifying. Oh my god. Because for anyone that doesn't know, for me sins, I'm a big Mick Schumacher fan. And they were 5th and 6th on the grid. It was either 5th and 6th or 6th and 7th. I feel like it was 5th and 6th. And I was inconsolable. I couldn't believe it. And then, unreliability again for Mick Schumacher. Oh my god, he just can't catch a break, can he? Out of the race, that ruined my vibe, that did. He's battling for like P7 as well. I was like, he's going to get some points. I'd love nothing more than Mick Schumacher to get some points in Formula 1, trust me. Well, it's not happening yet. How to watch F1 live? You're watching it. Nah, Sky Sports F1. I think, to be fair, if you're in the UK or whatever, I feel like the British Grand Prix on Sunday is going to be on, what's the name for it, terrestrial TV, normal TV. I think it's going to either be on BBC or maybe Channel 4 live. I don't know if someone can confirm that, but I think they're putting the British Grand Prix on normal television. But yeah, apart from that, Sky Sports, which what I'm watching it on, Sky Sports F1, and F1 TV if you're outside the UK or outside, well, if you're in one of the countries that accepts F1 TV, get that and get on it. But yeah, other than that, if you don't have a way of watching it, listen, I'll keep you updated. We've got the live timings on. That's your standings in the championship, and we just have a chat in it. See what's going on. Max Verstappen is going to win every race. What, from now to the end of the season? Bloody hell! Well, that'd be like Michael Schumacher 2002 settings. No, I don't want that. I just remember there was a year, I'm thinking 2013, where Vettel won. I think he won the last 10 races in a row. Just... Nah, it's not the one, it's not the one. It's not the one. If it's that, I mean, fair play. If he won every single race from now to the end of the season, yeah, he'll win the championship in, like, October. He'll win the championship in, like, Japan or something, wouldn't he? Like, 5 races to go. Oh, he'll be dead. That'd be dead. No, you're going to kill the channel because, listen, if Verstappen's world champion in October after winning, after winning 15 out of the first 17 races, then how am I going to do the last few races? There'll be no one be interested anymore. No, we need a Leclerc comeback. What we want, right, is a Leclerc to win the next couple of races. Because I'm neutral. Well, I'm a Mick Schumacher fan, but he's not fighting for wins, is he? So he's to the side. Apart from that, I'm neutral. I'm fully neutral. I used to be an Alonso fan. Hamilton, yeah, whatever. But these days, I'm neutral. So I want a close racing, a close championship battle. I'm not bothered. So I just want it as close as possible. We need Leclerc to win this weekend. Bang. Do you know what would be great for the championship? Verstappen DNF. That'd be good. That's what we need. And then what we need as well for the championship is a quick Mercedes from now on. That even though they might be out of the championship running, they'd put a fight to and they get involved in the mix with the Ferraris and the Red Bulls every week from now on. They might be too far behind in terms of points, but if they can just get themselves involved, and then you've got 6 cars fighting for the win every week. This is what I'm saying. 6 cars fighting for the win every week for the second half of the season. Sign me up. That's what I'm about. Who stopped FP1? Nah, no one's. They're just in a lull because it's raining on and off. Ted Kravitz just saying it's started raining again. It's a bit of we've only got 16 minutes left anyway, but it's been a bit of an on-off session. I've barely been talking about the sessions. There's not been many cars out there. Oh, as you can see, only 9 drivers have even set a representative lap time. It's been a bit of a. Leclerc will come back. Yeah. Leclerc, will he come back? I hope so, King Football Vids. Yeah, I really hope so, that he can come back, yeah. Rain on okay, no one go, yeah, that's it, yeah, rain, innit? Everyone's just chilling in the garage, man. We're just seeing the detail on the Mercedes floors, insane. I've not seen this level of detail since, what was the year where they had the insane serrated edges of the floors, 2019? This serrated edge of the floor is crazy on the Mercedes. They're really going for it with the update package this weekend. Mercedes, Alpine as well. Yeah, Mercedes are throwing. Listen, they're throwing everything they can at this car. They might be 7-8 tenths behind or whatever. But they're throwing everything that they can. And we'll see. Hopefully get a dry FP2. I'll be live for FP2 later on at 4 o'clock. Hopefully get a dry session and we can see what kind of pace they've got relative to Ferrari and Red Bull. So the truth is Max is the best. Yeah, you don't need to apologise. You're probably right. You don't need to apologise about anything because you're probably about right, to be fair. I can't, I can't argue with that. Max Verstappen is, what do they say in football? Generational. Something like that. Love the stream. Yes. Aye. Get yourself subscribed then, because we need to get this channel off the ground, because I'm still on ground zero here. So, yeah, get yourself subscribed if you enjoy it, because, listen, I'm live every single qualifying and every single Grand Prix, and that's where it really goes off. This is just a chat and a chill thing, but I've watched this sport. I've seen every single race for 17 years, and, I live and breathe Formula One, so... if you live and breathe Formula One, or even if you're just a little bit interested in Formula One, get yourself on board, because we're going places. We are going places. But yeah, who do I support? Who do I support, King Football? Mick Schumacher. So yeah, he'll score a point one day. Don't take the Mick. Don't take the Mick. He'll score a point one day. We'll make Schumacher. No, it's because his dad was my childhood hero, innit? On a serious note, like his dad was my childhood hero, so I've got a soft spot for Mick. So I hope he does well. But I'm neutral, really. I tell you the honest truth. I'm neutral. I just want close racing and a close championship battle. And to be perfectly honest with you, I want drama and chaos. Ooh, back end of last season, I loved it. Oh, because I'm all about drama and chaos. Oh, back end of last season, Saudi Arabia, Verstappen full send in Saudi Arabia last season. Oh, this is what I live for. But yeah, why is there no practice? I think because the rain's on and off. Gladwin Barties. Yeah, I think because it's just raining on and off, and people are just chilling in the garage. It has been a bit dead, but we've only got 12 minutes left, and Lewis is out. I don't know if he's been out up until this point, but Lewis is out on circuit now. They've got white wheel covers, which is I don't know if that's a big news point, but it's different anyway. So yeah, Lewis is out there on the intermediate tyres, heading towards Cops. How are we doing, Samantha? Welcome in. Welcome to Friday Practice 1. Mick Schumacher's good. Yeah. Hopefully get a top 10. Mate, forget hope. I'm praying. Listen, I've been praying for 18 months. It's not happened yet. Come on, Mick. One day. I thought in Canada a couple of weeks ago, I thought this is it. He's going to get some points. I thought, Mick's going to get some points here. No. Well, I don't know what happened. Gearbox or hydraulics or engine, I don't know. But he didn't finish the race. Gutted. I was gutted. Cool compared to Mazepin. Amazing. Oh, yeah. Amazing. I think most people would be amazing compared to Nikita. But yeah, there we go then. Lewis Hamilton on a flying lap. I don't think there's been many flying laps in the last 50 minutes. But yeah, Mercedes with these weird wheel covers. It's actually white wheel covers on the front and purple on the back. They've gone mad with colours. Yeah, they've also got some different design. Well, this is just livery wise, but they've also got a different design on the rear wing end plates. I don't know what that's about. When's the next sprint? No, it's not this weekend, Adam. I think it's next weekend in Austria. Yeah, Imola, Austria, and I think Brazil. I think it's Austria, which is I think. I mean, I should know this, but I think Austria's next weekend. So yeah, next sprint race for that one, and then Brazil at the end of the second to last race, whatever it is, at the end of the year. So yeah, no worries. But tell Hamilton's sectors. We use personal best in sector 1, but not on it in sector 2. But he's got a 1:42.9 from Carlos Sainz to beat. That's the fastest time. Coming around the last couple of corners now. About the only flying lap I've seen this session, to be fair. And it's P7. Yeah, so it's Sainz, Bottas, Leclerc, Mick Schumacher, P4. Nah, it's not representative. Listen, more than half the grid haven't even give it a go. But it might be a busy last 8.5 minutes now. People might think, let's get out there, let's get a couple of laps done on the intermediates, just to get a feel for it, just in case we get a shower before quali tomorrow. You never know. You know, it might be these conditions in quality. I think it's going to be dry for the race. Look at the forecast. I think Sunday's going to be dry, but you never know. You could have a damp qualifying session, and all hell could be break loose. Apparently in news, Mercedes has sorted porpoising. I haven't heard that, but that sounds good to me. Well, whether they've sorted it or not, they've sort of... In a way, the FIA are forcing them to sort it out. You can't have that aggressive porpoising that they had in like Baku. Them days are over. Those days are over. Let's see if he porpoises down here now. He's coming down Hanger Straight. It looks pretty stable, but he's not going flat out though. Look, the track already looks dry. That's crazy. It's drying out so quick. That's crazy. Like, it stopped raining 5 minutes ago and the track's already dry. But yeah. Hamilton back in the pits then. So he's done 1 or 2 laps and that's it. Are they going to put the dries on? Oh, they're going to put a set of soft tyres on. Oh, is he going to go out on them? I don't think so, is he? Oh, he is. Right, Lewis is coming out on the soft tyres. Oh, okay. I think Ferrari's coming out on the Inters still, but yeah. So Lewis is going to try a lap on the slicks. Good luck. Good luck. Does the Mercedes look different? It's too early to tell. I mean, visually it's different, yeah, with the floor. And I've noticed, like, they're sculpting the bodywork around the... it's just little details, but they're sculpting the bodywork around the suspension a little bit and stuff. There's little details that I've noticed on the Mercedes, but in terms of pace, does it look any different? It's way too early to tell. They've not even done any laps. And the back end of the track looks still wet. The old pit straight and into Copse still wet, but then the Hanger Straight looks dry. It's a weird one. But half the circuit looks soaking wet and half the circuit looks dry. It's a mad one. Say name 5 times. That's a bit mad, that. I mean, where does that end? Can you imagine? Say my name 10 times and I'll subscribe. Say my name 20 times and I'll come back every week. You know what I mean? Well, if you start down that road. But yeah, I'm a bit behind on the chat. Apologies. Joe, good stuff. Unlucky with mechanical. Yeah, no, I rate Zhou Guan Yu, and rumour is that he will sign for Alfa Romeo next season. The rumour is that they're keeping him for next season, which is well deserved. And he had a great Canadian Grand Prix, Zhou Guan Yu. It was the first time he was on the TV coverage a lot, and he was in the race. He was involved in that race. He wasn't just an anonymous guy running in P15. Zhou Guan Yu was in the race. I think he finished 8th in the end, but he could have been like in the top 6. He had a really good race, and he'll get another year at least, I think, Zhou Guan Yu. So yeah, big up to the rookie. Bro, please. You're mad. Yes, Aways, welcome in, bro. How are we doing? What are Red Bull going to do? With regards to what? With regards to what? Well, what are Red Bull going to do? They're going to come out of the garage, is what I'm thinking. But yeah, it's Lewis then on the soft tyres as Bottas goes quickest on a 42.2. But that's on the Inters. I think Lewis is the only man up to now, and on the soft tyres, and obviously goes purple in sector 1, so it is quicker. But can he keep it on the circuit in sector 2 though? This is the thing. I think sector 2 is the one that's still wet, man. So coming out of Luffield on the old pit straight, he's got to take it. He's got to be careful. Coming into Copse. Careful, he's so slow around Copse, man. He's just tippy-toeing round Copse is Lewis Hamilton, trying to warm up the tyres now, going through Maggots and Beckett's. Yeah, he's starting to pick up a little bit of pace, but he looks so tentative. with the and now the hanger straight looks fully dry. This is so weird, but the hanger straight looks absolutely stone dry. I wonder if he'll go quickest despite the middle sector. I tell you what, that Lando Norris lid is fully Dayglow yellow this weekend, more than usual. You're definitely not missing Lando Norris, a bright orange car with a Dayglow yellow lid. Pedal cam. Wow, yeah, this is new. Yeah, a pedal cam inside this Lando Norris. Oh, wow, and you can see the steering column as well. You see the steering column in the middle. Wow. Yeah, this is the first ever pedal cam. Like Jimmy Broadbent back in the day. Not long left, track still wet. Yeah, but it's drying out quickly though. 2 minutes to go in this session. Let's have some cool street. Oh, cheers, bro. Yeah, get yourself subscribed. Live for quali in the race. Live for every single race from the Formula One World Championship from this season onwards. So yeah, guys, get yourself subscribed. Man, half wet lap, half dry, yeah. But yeah, Norris out there on the slicks as well. I think people are starting to come out on the slicks. Hamilton up to P5 on the soft tyres. But yeah, this is the tricky bit where we're on board with Lando Norris now, round the old pit straight out of Luffield. That's where it's really slippy. You got to be so careful into Copse, because it's still, it's just, oh yeah, he's just almost lost the back end there. Had to do opposite lock on the exit of Copse there. He's got to be so careful. And then around Maggots and Beckett's, it looks pretty dry. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 as someone spun. Hamilton goes to P2 then on the dry tyres. It's a matter of time, and we've got a minute to go in the session, and it's Lance Stroll as off into the gravel. Is that a Copse? I tell you, you gotta be careful at Copse. Red flag. That'll probably be the end of the session. I think I've got a thing for a red flag. Yeah, red flag with 48 seconds to go. Lance Stroll's off into the gravel. Looks like down at Copse, which was, you know, when we seen it on board with Lando Norris, it did look pretty slippy down there. So yeah, you got to be brave. Red flag, yeah, Martin. Yeah, red flag. So that's gonna be it now. They won't carry on. Yeah, session will not be resumed. So it's gonna be Bottas quickest. Bottas, Hamilton, Sainz. Who had that as your top 3 for FP1? On board for a replay then with Lance Stroll. Yeah, down into Copse. Turns in or just loses the back end immediately. I think he just turned in just that fraction of a second too soon and turned into a part of the track that was still wet, and you're gone. Spun out immediately into the gravel. Doesn't hit anything though. He's he's probably scraped the underside and the floor, and they'd be full of stones. But he's not hit the wall, so he'll get away with it. Lance Stroll. But yeah, Bottas from Hamilton, who didn't actually go quickest on the slicks in the end. Mind you, he'll go quickest now though. But it's been red flagged. If it hadn't been red flagged, Lewis would definitely be top. But yeah, Bottas, Hamilton, Sainz, Leclerc, Mick Schumacher top 5. Nah, the times are not. On a serious note, the times are not representative at all. Hopefully we get a dry session later on this afternoon. I'll be back for that at 4 p.m. So join me. Drop a like if you have enjoyed the stream. But yeah, this is my schedule for the weekend, if you didn't know. Oh no, wait, no, that's the schedule for the weekend. Yeah, that's the schedule for the weekend. And yeah, so I'll back at 4 p.m. and then tomorrow's where it gets real. So you gotta join me 10 to 3 for qualifying tomorrow. And yeah, the race, the British Grand Prix on Sunday, 10 to 3. I'll be live for that. Starts at 3 o'clock. But yeah, join me in a couple of hours for FP2. See you later, guys. Peace out, guys. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Come on, guys. Let's get this channel moving. Let's get it off the ground. Peace, guys. See you in a couple of hours.